going to call the meeting to order. The meeting is in order, call to order. If we can all bow as I lead us with the invocation. Oh, Heavenly Gracious, loving Father, we are truly thankful for this opportunity that you have given us, that you always give us, only because of grace and mercy, and we truly thank you for that. And Lord, I pray, and I can only pray, that you etch in our hearts as the leaders of this community, of this fine, fine city, that you continue to allow us to lead with character, to lead with integrity and credibility, but also with patience and poise, Lord, because we know that when we exemplify those attributes, Lord, you will continue not only to bless us, but to bless this entire city. And Lord, that's what our jobs are, to be able to make sure that this city is providing enough services and things to have a quality of life for our people that chose to live here. And we're so thankful for that. Help us not to forget those moral attributes, Lord, because, Lord, that is the most important thing that we can do, knowing that it will not come back void, that we lead with morals, again, the credibility, the credit, the character, the integrity, your patience and your pause. And I ask that you continue to etch that in our hearts, that we are not doing this for ourselves, but, Lord, for a higher call to please you, which will raise this city. We thank you and we love you. In your son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. We do not have anyone that would like to request the council at this time. We're going to proceed on, but before I do, call on Angel. Is Arthur on? Okay. Angel, we're going to proceed on with the Planning Commission.
Mayor, it's Mike Patillo for Angel.
Okay, Mike, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Mayor and council, the Tuesday, August 11th Planning Commission meeting, there was two items. One was approval of an administrative replat of 1.9 acres, and it's located on 33rd Avenue South for Fernando Juarez and Maria Guadalupe Sanchez de la Rosa. The other item was, and it was approved, the other item was for a public hearing approval of a preliminary plat of Somerville Heights subdivision. It was 25 acres, and it was located off Somerville Road between Twin Towers Road and I think we used to call it Fish Camp Road, but now I think it's Lake Oliver Road. But it's on the east side of Somerville Road headed out of town. So that was all, those two items.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Council, are there any questions or comments or discussion? And for the sake of time for tomorrow also, let's ask all the questions that's on our mind. In the event we forget something, tomorrow would be appropriate for that. Any questions or comments or discussion, Council? Okay, thank you, Mike.
Yes,
next,
sir.
Beg your pardon? Did someone say something?
I just said, you said thank you, and I said, yes, sir.
All right, thanks so much. Proceeding on, Council, on the City Clerk. At this time, Melanie Lee for the August and September calendar, as well as the upcoming board appointments. Mrs. Lee.
Yes, sir. I'm just going to go over the same dates I went over the last work session. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. is our council meeting by Zoom. Also tomorrow is the first classes for election poll officers at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. On Thursday, the 20th, we'll be testing the precinct ballot counters at 9 a.m. and also have 2 School of Instructions for the election poll officers at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. August the 25th on Tuesday is our election day. Please, everybody, go out and vote. August the 31st is a next work session at 3 p.m. for our council meeting on September the 1st at 9 a.m. As far as I know, those meetings will be by Zoom. We have a Labor Day holiday on Monday, September the 7th, so the city offices will be closed that day. On Monday, the 14th of September at 3 p.m., we have our work session. And the council meeting on Tuesday, September the 15th is typically the council meeting that travels to the 3rd District 3 at the 5th Street South Youth Center at 6 p.m. But with everything going on with COVID, it's probably going to be safer to move that one to 9 a.m. and do it by Zoom. So that's what we're planning on right now. And that was everything I had on the calendars. And then for the upcoming board appointments, that will be on your agenda for September. There's one appointment on the Planning Commission who would like to be reappointed if y'all so desire. And there are 2 appointments on the Personnel Review Board, and both of them would like to be reappointed if y'all so desire. And that was everything I have, Mayor.
Okay. Any questions or comment? Any questions or comment? All right. We'll proceed on, and we'll come back to the city manager. So I guess if it's all right with the council, we are about to go into our discussion for tomorrow. Items of discussion. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And as we know, tomorrow, the meeting is at 9 o'clock. It will be done through Zoom as we are right now. I will call the meeting to order. I will also do the invocation as well as the Pledge of Allegiance, which you will see the flag behind my shoulder. And then we will have the presentation and proclamation. Under that is our employee service recognition, via Zoom. And we have quite a few that has built the wealth and the strength of this city because of their tenure. And we have quite a few on that has been here for a while, which is a very good thing. And we'll have the city manager, Wallace Hunter, and our human resources director, Stephanie Chastain, call those persons' name out. Okay, all minds are clear with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then under the city clerk, we have the approval of the regular scheduled meeting minutes for the August the 3rd work session, as well as August the 4th council meeting. And council, at the pleasure of you all, we will take those in one setting, and I will call for a motion in a second, and we'll take those in one setting if that's the pleasure of the council. Okay?
Yes.
That's okay, council? Rest of?
Yes.
Okay. Then after that, we have the approval of a call meeting minutes for the August the 6th, 2020 budget public hearing. I will ask for a motion in a second for the approval of that budget hearing for the public. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions or comments thus far?
There wasn't any questions, just a comment. Did anyone from our city reach out in reference to the budget meeting, the hearing? To the city clerk? Did anyone reach out and say anything? I know we had the hearing, but did you get any feedback or comments from our citizens?
No, ma'am. I did not.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions or comments or discussion? Okay. Proceeding on the city council. Are there any unfinished business? We will ask for at that time, and if there's some between here and there, that would be the time to do so. We would discuss, but for the sake of time today, if you have any questions pertaining to these resolutions, let's try to ask the questions today. Proceeding on in resolutions and on the administration, we have a resolution in reference to approving the budget for the 2021 fiscal year. We'll ask the clerk to read that, and after that, we will ask for a motion in a second. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then proceeding on the administration is a resolution in reference to adopting an annual transportation plan. We'll ask the clerk to read that, and as we know, that was passed in 2019 by the legislators, House Bill 2, and we've read and see how much we should get and how much we should have gotten and how much we should be getting. I think I said that correctly.
You did.
So I will ask the clerk to read that resolution, and we will ask for a motion in a second. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Next on administration is a resolution in reference to make an application to the Bureau of Justice Assistant for the 2020 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistant Grant, JAG, for purchasing equipment for the police department. What we would do, council, I will ask for a public hearing. I will open the floor for a public hearing. And after that, I will ask the clerk to read the resolution. Well, I'll ask the clerk to read the resolution first, and then I'll call for a public hearing in reference to this grant. And then after that, if we have someone to come, we will entertain them. If not, I will close the public hearing out, and then I will call for a motion and a second for approval. Okay?
All right.
Right.
You know, we had the first reading, so we asked for the public notice and asked for a motion to approve, both the
Yes.
public hearing as well as the resolution. Okay?
All right.
Then on the D, we have a resolution in reference to accepting the dedication of an easement for public utilities on a plat of property division for lots 6, 7, and 8, block 8, addition to Jonella subdivision located in section 28, township 17, north range 30 east, Phenix City, Russell County, Alabama. Fernando Juarez and Maria Guadalupe Sanchez de la Rosa, the owners. So we'll ask for, and as Mike had said, that went through the planning commission. So we will ask for a motion and a second for approval, council. Any question, comments, or discussion?
I just have just a quick question. I'm not familiar with Jonella's subdivisions. Can someone just kind of put me in the ballpark of where it's located?
Mr. Hunter?
Yes, ma'am. If you go out Sanford Road past the ballpark,
Yes.
it's the last set of streets that's still within the city limits on the left. You got 34th Avenue comes off of Sanford Road, and then 33rd comes off of that. So it'll be just past the ballpark on the left.
Okay, thank you.
You go either way. It connects, it's the road that connects Knowles Road to Sanford Road, the last one. Either road you go up.
Okay, thank you. And speaking of 33rd, and I meant to, I don't know if I mentioned this to Councilmember Day in his district. There's one stop sign right there at 33rd and Sanford. And the stop sign doesn't even say stop. It's just a white board now. So we need to get that replaced if we could. And it just came to mind. So I want to make sure I mention that.
Yes, ma'am. Where was that at one more time?
It's at 33rd. I usually go Sanford Road way, but you have to turn off Sanford Road to get onto 33rd or 34th, but it's a stop sign right there that really, really needs replacing. I'll get the specifics if you don't see it, but you can't miss it because it's supposed to be a stop sign.
Yes, ma'am. We'll take care of it.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Proceeding on administration, we have a resolution in reference to authorizing and directing the mayor and city manager to sign change order number 1 with Harrington Paint Company in the amount of $6,700 to prep LVP flooring and upgrade interior LED lighting at the Arts Center. I will ask the clerk to read that resolution, and after her reading of it, I will ask for a motion and a second for approval. Any questions, comments, or discussion? Okay, there's not any. We will proceed on the administration. We have a resolution in reference to authorizing an encroachment on the city right-of-way on the corner of 12th Avenue and 14th Place to the Phenix City Housing Authority. Council, the clerk will read that resolution, and I will ask for a motion and a second for approval. Are there any questions or comments or discussion on that?
Exactly where is that, Eddie? Is that right across from,
I think it's down there
Jerry
by
Bussey?
the, Jerry Bussey by Chicken Coma. They supposed to be doing a park, isn't that right, Mr. Hunter?
That's correct. What they done was they start working without approval. And Gail had to stop them. The building department had to stop them. And then they had to come back and do it the proper way to get permission, because what they put on the rights of ways and getting that permission and actually off for that, if something was to happen to that, or some repairs have to happen, that's not on the city. that's on them because they went ahead and put that there before they got permission.
And,
Right.
and plus that's in the resolution where they'll be responsible for the,
That's correct.
upgrades. Okay.
Yes,
What's
sir.
down at-
The utilities
on
was
that
a little
5 point?
concerned. Yeah, so right there near 5 points, they're encroaching about 4 feet onto the right of way. And our biggest concern is they're only about 8 feet off of a pretty good sized water line right there. And we had to go in and repair that water line. We didn't want to be responsible. That's some very expensive concrete with bronze lettering in it and everything. And we didn't want to be responsible for having to fix that if it should get broken, if we had to repair that water line.
That makes good sense.
Yeah, that's just good business.
And
Any
it's
other questions or comment?
It's not a lot of, it's not a real big area. So as far as a park, it may just be a sitting park, I'm assuming. I didn't see any plans other than what was put together here, but I'm just saying just any type of layout of what is going inside the park. It pretty much just have space pretty much just for some type of sitting area, I'm assuming. So, but we'll wait and see. But I'm glad the city recognized as far as needing the encroachment that we went ahead and took care of that and doing it the right way. That's the main thing. We're doing it the right way, and we were hoping that the housing authority, anyone that is planning any type of re-landscaping, approach the city first and make sure these guidelines are followed accordingly.
Okay.
Is
Thank
it
you,
gonna be
Mr.
about the same size as what's down at Dillingham in front of the courthouse down there on the corner?
It's similar in size,
I figure so.
Yes, sir.
That,
little bit different. I don't think it's quite as big of a space, but it's similar in size, but it's totally different the way they're designing it.
and the housing authority be responsible for taking care of this one. We won't take care of this one as a city.
No, this is housing authority, completely housing authority.
Okay, good deal. But it'd be nice to have that area down there, something started in that for the, beautification of that area. And I guess that goes along with the rest of the apartments that Miss Mayrose has been working on down in that area, the redevelopment of that area.
Ms. Mayrose and her group supposed to make sure they come to the city to get permission first also.
Exactly.
These people that work on this know better. This is one of those cases of asking for forgiveness instead of permission. They knew better. The professionals around here know what they're supposed to come to, and that's why we stopped them.
Well, just the right thing to do. We got to keep everybody. It's just good business.
Well, it didn't have a problem. If they had come to us, it would have not been a problem to begin with.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
Exactly.
That's
They
correct.
created the issue by not doing what they were supposed to do.
That's correct.
Exactly. All right. Thank you all so much. Proceeding on the building department. We have a resolution and public notice in reference to setting public hearing dates and fixing demolition costs associated with the following properties located at Phenix City at 1304 17th Court, Phenix City, Alabama. I will ask the clerk council to read the resolution as well as the public notice, and at the pleasure of the council, we will take both of those in one vote. Okay? Okay,
Yes.
council?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions, comments, or discussion? All right. Engineering department. We have a resolution in reference to authorizing the mayor and city manager to enter into a contract agreement with Tip Top Masonry to repair burial plots, walls, and copings at Big Pine Grove Cemetery in an amount not to exceed $13,300. We'll ask the clerk to read that resolution, and we'll ask for a motion and a second for approval. Any questions or comments or discussion, council? Comments, questions, or discussion?
Then I see where this was going to be like 11 different, sites within the cemetery.
Yes.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, I thought it was.
Okay. Any other comments, questions, or discussion?
And this cemetery is located where in Phenix City?
It's off of 22nd Street.
Okay. Is this part of the one that year that a lot of it washed away with the rains?
Yes, sir, same cemetery.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other question, comments, or discussion? Okay. Next, on the Parks and Recreation, we have a resolution in reference to authorizing the mayor and city manager to enter into a 48-month lease agreement with Jerry Pate Turf and irrigation for 60 2021 Club Car Tempo Gas EFI with car control for Lakewood Golf Course in an amount not to exceed $5,362.77 per month. We will ask the clerk to read that resolution, and I will ask for a motion and a second. Okay, council? Any comments, questions, or discussion? Okay. Y'all forgive me. I know I sound like I'm going through puberty. Wish I was, and y'all heard me say this, the best days of your life, and you just didn't realize it at the time. Next on the Parks and Restoration, B, is a resolution in reference to authorizing the mayor and city manager to enter into a 48-month lease agreement with Jerry Pate Turf and irrigation for one Club Car 2021 carry-all 300 gas range cart for Lakewood Golf Course in an amount not to exceed $10,431.36. I will ask the clerk to read that resolution, and I will ask for a motion and a second for the approval of it. Any questions, comment, or discussion? Okay. If not, proceeding on, also on the Park and Rec is C, a resolution in reference to authorizing the mayor and city manager to enter into a 48-month lease agreement with Jerry Pate Turf and irrigation for two Club Car 2021 carry-all 300 gas for Lakewood Golf Course in an amount not to exceed $14,980.80. We will ask for the reading of that resolution, council, and we will ask for a motion and a second to approve.
Is there any, I just want to ask, any particular reason why we separated those two?
They're different.
The two different ones.
Models. The first bid is for the golf carts.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is for the range cart, and the third one is for maintenance carts.
Okay. Thank you for pointing it out.
Okay. Any other question, comments, or discussion? Okay. Proceeding on, council, on the ordinance. This is a second reading. I will not ask the clerk to reread it. The first reading was on the 4th of this month. We have an ordinance to amend Chapter 82, Utilities, Article 3, Sanitary Sewer, Division 1, Generally, Section 80, Definition and Use of Phases of the Code of Ordinance of the City of Phenix City, Alabama. The first reading was on the 4th of this month. I will not ask the clerk to reread it, but council, I will ask for a motion and a second for approval. Okay?
Yes.
All minds clear on that?
Yeah.
This wording was just put in to where it makes it a little easier to understand who has to hook onto our sewer and our water.
Yes, sir. It just made it clear with the pressure line that we put into Somerville Road. We didn't want to make $1 million investment putting new sewer up there and then somebody think they didn't have to hook into it if they built a new development. And the old wording was a little bit unclear and it was questionable. We just wanted to make it real clear that any new development that takes place out there will be required to hook onto that sewer.
Good. You've got to protect that investment out there. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Very good job.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for catching that and straightening it out, making it a little easier for anybody to understand, including me.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Any other questions, comments, or discussion? Okay, next on the license application. This is a first reading. It is an application for an off-premise beer license and off-premise wine license submitted by Deborah Miller for Family Dollar Store of Alabama, LLC, doing business as Family Dollar Store number 20296, located at 1113 East 280 Bypass, Phenix City, Alabama. I will ask the clerk to read the first reading, and I will ask for a motion to place on first reading, council. Any questions, comments, or discussion? Okay. If there's not any, Mr. Graham, you've been mighty quiet. Are you there?
Mr. McCoon should be on.
Mr. McCoon?
He's actually in the attendee section. He's not on the panelist side, so he's not going to be able to.
Hello?
What'd you say, Ray?
I said he's on the panel, in attendee side, not the panelist side, so he's in the wrong room to be able to chime in. You might have to call in real quick.
Well, we all read that as far as the tree falling on a chain length of about 10 feet. I did read, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm not gonna make a recommendation, but I did read that something similar to that had happened before. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So again, I'm going to stay in my lane, and we all need to.
Hey, I got Jim on speakerphone if you want to listen in.
Hey, Jim, can you hear?
Yeah, I'm here. We had some
The
technical
claims?
difficulties,
Okay,
and
can't
we had to
hear
go
you.
to another computer.
We can hear you. You got some blowback, but that's okay. But the claim filed by David Dollar. Jim?
It's about the chain link fence.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's the first I've heard about it, to be honest, because Jimmy didn't get in touch with me till just a little while ago.
Okay. Well, after you all read it, tomorrow, you or Jimmy, or you and Jimmy make the recommendation to the
I'll make a
council.
recommendation tomorrow.
And we either vote it up or we vote it down, either way. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. All minds clear with that, council?
Mayor, the only thing I see in the claim form is that when it was damaged, and I guess the city public works went down there, they got Mr. Leroy Williams
Mm-hmm.
telling, I guess, David Dollar that to get 3 estimates and the city would pay for it is what it looks like. If I'm looking at that, but it looks like, a couple of years ago, a limb fell out of that tree and it was, cleared up by the city, but the tree, appeared, I'm assuming that would have been okay. I don't know. I'm just looking at the 2 different statements made there.
I read that too, and I would think that Leroy was telling them to file the claim and go from there. As far
Yes,
as the
Mayor, this is Mike. I spoke with Leroy, and he said he did not tell the gentleman we would pay for it.
Yeah.
I was going to say that would be something I would not think that he would have done. Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah. So we'll hear the recommendation tomorrow from one or both of our attorneys. We have voted up and down from that standpoint.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Council, I'm gonna ask, is there anything that anyone wants to add or take away or say? All right, Mr. Day must not be on here. Y'all tell him I said that too.
You see how quick we get done?
Yeah, we gonna tell him that too.
Mayor, I'm not sure. The fire department may be wanting to add a resolution on about a retirement coming up. Is Chris here? Can she explain that? Or Mr. Hunter?
Chris?
I apologize. I'm very sorry. Captain Anthony's going to be retiring at the end of the month. And he's agreed to attend the council meeting tomorrow by Zoom. And it was just a resolution declaring his badge and helmet surplus. And I meant to do that last week, and it was my fault I didn't get it on the agenda. So I was asking if it could be added tomorrow.
Yeah, we have time. I don't see why not.
Okay, thank you
We
very
have
much.
Melanie and the girls. You all can handle that, can't
Yes, sir. What we'll do, if y'all don't mind, we'll just it should be on there alphabetically after engineering, so we can place it the fire department after engineering and put it in that order of the lineup if that's good with y'all. And I'll get you out a new agenda and we'll email it out this afternoon.
Yes.
Okay. Council, are you all clear with that?
Yes.
I apologize again for that.
That's all right. We still love you.
I appreciate that.
Thank
You
you.
got- you-
If
You
it's the
got
first
your
time, it won't
badge
be
and
the
help.
last time. If it's the
I
first
need
time,
all
it
I
won't
can
be the
get.
last time. It won't
No,
be
it
the
might be the last time, I hope.
Well, if it's that, it'll be something else. So that's part of it. So Melanie, that's gonna come in after the engineering department.
Yes, sir. There'll be then it'll be fire, and then with that one thing under fire.
Okay. All right. Council, everyone hears that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Hunter, anything you want to add or take away?
No, sir, everything's okay.
Department head, we certainly appreciate you all. As I always say, and you'll probably get tired of me saying this, let's continue to serve from the heart for the right reason. And it's been evident that we've done that. So we appreciate you all. Thank you all so much. I would like to ask, if you can, if you can't, it won't be held against you. I'm not sure they're still there. I am going to run over there. And if you can, would love for all of you all to, if you can, just come and get you a hot dog, but make sure you specify whether it's half or whole. Now, I guess they still do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You have to
First
tell them
time
down there whether you want a whole weenie or half a weenie.
First time I went down there and ordered a hot dog, and they asked me, did I want a whole and a half? I looked at them because my mind was not thinking vertical. It was thinking horizontal, a half. I told them, oh, I want a whole.
I want a whole hot dog.
They split it vertically.
Yeah.
Well, who ever heard of a half a hot dog weenie and a hot dog?
Well, that just increased the profit margin. That's all.
There you go.
That's pretty smart on their behalf. And, you know, I started buying the half because I could get more for them because they were cheaper.
If you like bread.
Yeah. Well, with that said, if you all can make it, we certainly appreciate it. If you can't, we still love you. But thank you all so very, very much. Let's continue to be serving from the heart, and hopefully by the grace of God, we all see each other tomorrow. So thank you all, and we do stand adjourned. See you all in the morning.